Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It is your host that does the most, Spiritual Intellectual 777, here once again, coming at you guys from the House of Greatness. And today what we're going to talk about is the spiritual path requires sacrifices. So what inspired this video today was specifically just me, what I recently went through today, a combination amongst other things like going through my town moment and whatnot. But I just felt really strongly compelled to make a YouTube video on this topic. So with that being said, let's get into it. So basically, just this morning, when me and my significant other were talking, she was just talking about how she felt these energies, right? Because, now that we're in Capricorn season and how during, this time of the year, everybody's being family oriented and whatnot. But I'm not going to go in too much detail about that because that's what I feel is confidential information, and probably, I'm doing it out of respect for her as well. So I don't want to reveal too much, but I'm gonna just keep it very general for those reasons. Yeah, and then she was talking about like how she felt, and I was talking about like, well, we meditate and we ground and da 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 da, and she was just telling me like, please don't use these like the same old lines over and over again. I was like, all right, you're right. I'm gonna just have to stop. And then I remember just questioning myself, saying like, what is it that I'm not doing? You know what I mean? And I was also telling her that, and she was telling me like, you should really like just go deeper into meditation and, talk with your guides and, sit with the real you, your higher self. And I'm just like, well, I just meditated this morning. And she said, well, I feel like the only reason why you're meditating is because it's something on your to-do list to do, because you feel like it's something you have to do, which there is some truth to that, because I was just operating from that mindset of, just do it whether you feel like it or not. And that mindset bled over into like my spiritual practices. I'm like, okay, this is just something I gotta do. It doesn't really feel that much fun, but I'm just gonna do it anyways because, that's what the spiritual path calls for. But, I just see now clearly how that mindset was really holding me back in all areas of my life. It wasn't just with my relationship with my significant other, but also with the relationship with myself. And even, in terms of the relationship with the career path that I'm currently on, right? Because, meditating in a sense has felt like a job to me. And I realize how toxic that really is, because even though meditation is a very beautiful thing and I've seen the benefits of it myself, I was just treating it as if, it was some sort of job. And, just reflecting back on that, that's probably the reason why, I avoided going in deeper into meditation, and also why I wasn't able to access, even higher states of consciousness like I could be, because I was just settling for just like, calming myself down and getting like these little insights, which they're not little, by the way, but, just penetrating even deeper. And also another reason why I know that I've been avoiding going into deeper meditation was because I was just afraid of change, because I've always thought of change as a bad thing. And the reason why I thought of change as a bad thing was because of the environment that I grew up in. You know what I mean? Because I grew up in a family where people didn't generally take that many chances and took leaps of faith. So their mentality has bled over into me. And if you're an empath, you can relate to what I'm saying more than likely, because as an empath, you tend to absorb the energies of the people around you. And it causes you to just like really take on their habits and their karma and their personality traits. And in turn, you start losing yourself. And so like, once I started like putting the pieces of the puzzle together, which is a large part of my significant other, because she has helped me see like my shadow side more. And that's another thing that I want to touch on is, getting in tune with your shadow side. So the spiritual path is going to require you to integrate your shadow side with your light side. And your shadow side is basically the side of you, of like the personality traits that you may have that have been repressed over the years by way of your family and by way of society. And it causes a split within your consciousness because, you get praised for certain qualities, but then you are told that certain qualities about you are just totally unacceptable and you just bury it deep within you. And so we go throughout the years just basically repressing it, doing our best to repress it, but at some point our shadow side is going to reveal itself subconsciously by way of our actions. And I remember Robert Greene was talking about in his book, The Laws of Human Nature, which I'm on that chapter about integrating your dark side. He was talking about how other people can see your shadow side better than you can. Because with us, we tend to just lie to ourselves, right? We lie to ourselves to the extreme. And we let ourselves just get away with a lot of shit. But at the same time, just by stuffing our dark side and also not being real with ourselves is a combination for disaster. And so like again, I said, you gotta you gotta mend the dark with the light again, because that's how you become whole within your soul. That's how you come into true union with yourself, is when you combine your light side and your dark side together and they become one. And I also want to touch on the fact that on your spiritual path, you are going, in order for you to go to the reality that you desire, you have to let go of the old reality that you're currently living in. You know what I mean? Because it's a part of the initiation process. And in order for you to be initiated into that new reality, you have to let go of absolutely everything from the old reality. Like you may have to let go of a lot of family members. You're going to have to let go of certain friends that you used to kick it with. You're going to have to, probably leave college or leave that job that's no longer serving you, and leave those relationships which no longer serve you, And we can't keep clinging on to relationships or anything for that matter that no longer serves us, because those attachments just weigh us down in the long term. So we have to shift our mindset from, oh my gosh, like look at all this stuff I have to let go. Instead of looking at everything you have to let go, instead focus on the rewards that are on the other side of your new reality that you desire. Because if you focus too much on what you have to let go, your brain is going to come up with every excuse in the book to keep you locked in within your comfort zone, right? And so my significant other has played a large role in helping me get out of my comfort zone, by way of reminding me to have the talks with my family members and friends that I need to have. And also having the talk of, having those important conversations. That's the first one. And another one is to really sit and deeply reflect. Now, not just do it just for like a few minutes, but like to really get in there and just like really have the conversation with myself that I need to have. So not only having important conversations with people that I care about, but also to have important conversations with myself. and to go into deeper states of meditation, and also the fact of just really staying focused on my goals. Because I notice with myself, like, since I have a very hyperactive mind, I can tend to get like distracted by shiny objects easily. But with her help, I have learned to just, fine tune that and to really hyper focus my attention on my end goals, right? And so if you are a twin flame, your divine counterpart is your ultimate accountability partner. They are just flat out, period, because they will remind you like, hey, did you get this done? Hey, like, did you ask that person for an opportunity? Did you go like make business moves today? Whatever it is, whatever important task you need to get done for the day, they'll remind you, ferociously, like, did you get this done today? And then if you say no, they'll ask, why not? And then if you just keep continuing making those excuses, they're gonna be like, look, your excuses are just that, excuses. They may be valid, but they're excuses nonetheless, right? And I remember she also told me one night when we was talking on the phone that Lamar University was more like a soulmate relationship where it was just feel good. You was kicking back and relaxing. And looking back, I have like stayed in some sort of comfort zone when I was there, right? Because it was just in that environment. It was just the energy just wasn't aligning with where I wanted to go. Because I noticed myself getting comfortable in the spiritual sense and even somewhat in a career sense. Because yeah, I was making a lot of career moves and I was growing career-wise, but my spiritual growth was kind of stunted. As to where when I transferred to U of H, it's more like a twin flame relationship in an aspect of I was going rapidly and I was having these tower moments and I was just being forced to go look deep within myself and I was going through multiple dark nights of the soul. I mean, yeah, I did have a lot of fun times during my first semester, which I completed, but it was filled with a lot of growth and discomfort at the same time. And just like the saying goes, there is no growth without discomfort. And so just being in that environment has forced me to really rise to the occasion and grow. And also with my significant other pushing me to new heights. Because ever since I went to U of H, I started learning all these like new camera tricks, new editing techniques, and different types of like video art. Also with my spirituality, with me like deep reflecting on myself and my relationship, and also starting the GoFundMe campaigns. Just making a whole lot of changes, and even hell, starting this YouTube channel. If I would have stayed at Lamar University, I probably would have never started this YouTube channel. And if I haven't met my divine counterpart, I really would have stayed deep in my comfort zone. Like for real. Standing up to my family, you know what I'm saying? Just doing stuff like that. I've been doing a whole lot of stuff that I otherwise wouldn't have not done. But that's a good thing though, because it's forced me to rise to the occasion and become the greatest version of myself. And so on that note, I want to say thank you guys for checking out this video. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I highly appreciate you being here. I hope that you've enjoyed the content thus far. And make sure to hit that subscribe button and also hit that bell right next to it so you get notified when I upload another video. And also make sure to donate to both my GoFundMe campaigns. One is the fund to move out of my mother's house because that's where I currently live. And I'm in between a rock and a hard place in that respects. So make sure to donate in the link below. And I also have another GoFundMe for reaching the $2,000 budget goal for the short film that I'm working on, which is about workplace discrimination. And we began production on January 6th. So I'm very, very excited to work on that project. And also make sure to donate to my channel by way of my PayPal link. And all the links are in the description below to donate to those. And thank you in advance for donating. And also I have this new service that I'm doing where I'm making customized guided meditations. You heard right, I'm making customized guided meditations. So make sure to email me at 8millproductions@gmail.com. I repeat, make sure to email me at 8millproductions@gmail.com so we can set that up. And so basically I'm doing a New Year's special until New Year's Eve, to where instead of charging $50, I'm doing half off, where you can get your guided meditation made for $25. That's right, $25. So make sure to email me so we can set that up. Just tell me what you want in detail with the guided meditation. And also think about this for a moment. If you're on the fence about that, just think about how much money you spend on clothes and shoes and video games or whatnot. You know, we spend money on a lot of things that don't progress us forward. So if you haven't been investing in yourself in this point, I would suggest that you do it right now. So yeah, make sure to set that up, and I'll set up a guided meditation for you to get made. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time, and peace in and out with the highest vibes.